podcast. I'm your host, Omar, and we got a familiar face again, Tim.
What's up?
He's back again for another one.
The man is back.
Shit. He's probably going to be a co-host at this point. Might as well.
Imagine. That'd actually be pretty cool, dude. I'm not going to cap. That would be actually really cool.
Just got to figure out the schedules.
Yeah, this is scheduling. That's it. I mean, other than that, the drive.
You drive 3 hours.
Yeah, got to drive 3 hours.
That's the only issue there, but maybe.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll move back.
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
I don't know yet.
How you been, man?
I've been good.
Been 2 months.
Good. For real. It has been 2 months, hasn't it? Dang, that's crazy. I've been pretty good. I've definitely been struggling. I'm not gonna cap, but other than that, I've been alright. Just taking it slow. How you been?
I've been good. Okay. No, but anything new?
I mean, yeah, I've been doing more therapy and stuff like that. I'm having stuff with real estate or whatever. I have that coming up. I have just been working. I've been working out more. I'm a lot sorer than I was before, that's for sure. But other than that, I mean, been pretty good. Just hanging in there.
It's good, man. It's good.
What about you? You got anything new?
I mean, I haven't posted 2 podcasts. So they're like both like together. They're like both like 3 hours long, I think.
For real? That's pretty good.
One's an hour and a half, and then another one's an hour. So for those of you who know Brian and Axel and Ruben, yeah, those guys are up next. But this podcast is gonna come up after those, so I don't know how this would come out, but they'd be out before this video. And what? I haven't posted them. You know, procrastination's a bitch. But
It'd be like that sometimes.
but by the time this one comes out, it should be Brian after his second one, his first podcast, and then after Brian's, it should be Axel and Ruben with me on that podcast, and then this one will come out. But then y'all already seen them, so I mean,
that's pretty cool. All right, so what were we gonna talk about?
Today's topic. What was the question that was asked?
The question that was asked was, what is the difference between living and existing?
Living and existing.
Yeah.
There's multiple viewpoints you could take on that. Like living, you could say, what, you take living, I'll take existing, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Existing, I mean, well, it just depends how you see it, really. Because existing, I say, would be just going through the motions, just... But, I mean, you could take it the other way and say living is going through the motions, and then just... I mean, it's the same thing, just backwards, you know?
Right. No, yeah, 100%. I agree with that. However, the way I view it is living, for me, is being in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's definitely... like, I'm here with you in Rockport at this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hanging out with you. I'm here present with you. And to me, like, existing is the same thing, but existing for me is just going through the motions, like you were saying, like just going to work every day, just the routine stuff. But living is actually going out and having fun and just enjoying the time while you're here, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Like, while you're on this earth, enjoy as much as you can. Like, that's the whole point of, people calling it life, and it's a living. So I feel like that's definitely the way I view living, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
But like you were saying, I mean, it's definitely depending on how you view things, of course.
It'd be the same thing, but like vice versa.
Right.
Like people see it like that word in this way or that word the other way.
Right, 100%. And like it all just depends on how people view things. So I guess that's how you want to take it.
Pretty much. Shit. Well, we kind of answered that already.
For real, that's crazy.
That was pretty quick. Never mind. I thought we could run this for 30 minutes.
Nah, but I mean, okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you, whenever it comes to the pain in life, dealing with, we'll say loss, because we'll just talk
like
about
last
loss.
time?
Yeah, like last time. How would that pain affect you in your everyday life?
Depends on what kind of loss, though. You know, whether it be financial loss,
right?
Like family,
Whatever, however you want to take it, whatever like goes deepest with you.
Well, shit. I mean, family's deepest, of course.
Right.
Family and friends, and I would think, like, the way I would handle it would be like, I mean, I drink a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a little bit. I'm drinking right now. But the best way I would, like, this is like kind of like my coping, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd cope like with this, just drink a few, and then not that's where I get fucked up, but
Right.
just think about it a lot,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. Like if someone were to die in my family or something like that, like it's part of life. That's how I see it.
Right. No, I get that 100%. That's definitely true. I mean, the way I've been doing it or whatever, I guess you can say, is like I said the last time I was on the podcast was I seeked help. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to therapy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was drinking and smoking a lot, and like, you know, I was definitely doing a lot of that for a little bit, but then I finally came to the realization, I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, this is just me going back into my old ways in a way.
Yeah.
I'm like, it helps whenever you want to get rid of it, like at that present moment,
yeah.
but I'm like, in the long run, it's not gonna help as much. So I guess I'm starting to focus more on the long run and starting to see, like, with therapy and hiring a life coach and working out more and stuff like that, is definitely making it to where it's like, oh yeah, like I see that, yeah, I may be going through something right now, but in the future I'll be able to handle it in a good way, like in a positive way. Yeah. 100%. But
what you should do, what you shouldn't do.
I mean, it also depends on how you view things. Like sometimes you can just take time to meditate, or you could do what I did. I mean, I started seeking God, started trying to find out, you know, my purpose in life too. So that's something.
Can we get in that topic?
We can.
Religion?
It's up to you.
It's controversial.
It just depends on how you view things, I guess.
Shit, we'll make it controversial. Fuck it.
I mean,
So,
it's cool with me.
religion. I'll be the devil's advocate.
Alright, bet.
So, religion, a lot of people, depending on what religion you're in, depending on what you see, a lot of people don't think God's real.
Right.
But maybe mainly because we haven't seen him, we haven't, you know. I didn't think this is gonna turn into.
No, you good. No, I actually like this. I like this topic.
Me too, because it's like a lot of people are gonna be like, holy
Right.
shit, like, yeah. So, a lot of people don't know who he, like, I've been, like, I was in the church when I was younger. Like, I mean, we both were in the same one, like Christianity and all that. And a lot of other people use religion as a way to cope also, is what I've been noticing.
That is true.
Like, but I mean, maybe I'm not in the church anymore, but I still believe there's someone up there, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, 100%. And like, that's the thing is, everybody knows that there has to be a creator. I mean,
bro, like,
even science proves that, yeah, there is no way
it can just
all
get
of this
made on its own.
Exactly. Like, there is no way that nothing can be or become something. Like, nothing cannot become something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, matter cannot be created
nor destroyed.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know how it goes.
Like that.
But
it's something like that.
Yeah, and like it's even like it's with them not being able to see him and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been struggling with that myself, and that's definitely why I've been reaching out to people. Like, well, how do y'all view it? Or like, especially my friends or whatever that I always hang out with now in Austin. Like, he's a youth pastor for one. And then the other one's a pastor, and like all of them go to church, and they've been able to experience what like the presence of God and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, like I don't know what that is. Like, I mean, I've heard about it, and I've seen it whenever my mom was doing it too, and I've seen it around with you guys, but I've never experienced it myself. And like, so I was like, how do I know this is true? I think the only time I ever thought I experienced like the presence of God was whenever I was on shrooms. I'm not gonna cap. Like, I'm being 100% honest with you. It felt like I was like, man, I'm just straight up talking to God right now. Like, I don't even know. But it was weird because I was talking in my head, Like I was in my head. I wasn't moving my mouth. At least I hope not, because there was a lot of people around me, and I was just asking questions in my head or whatever. But as I was going through it, I'm like, man, like it's crazy how some people think, you know, like there's different religions for sure, but in the way it's like the way I've been viewing it is like it's all the same thing. Like they believe in
basically the same person.
Exactly.
But
like
it's just all different stories.
Right. It's like different viewpoints, I guess you can say. I don't know how to really put it, other than there's only one true creator.
And that's what I've noticed too. Like I've never talked to anyone about that, but because everyone else was like, "No, that's different. No, that's different." I was like,
"Right,
you're the only person that I've met." Well, I mean, that
right.
that thinks that same way. Because, bro, like I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, so let's say Judaism, Islam is like all those other religions. Like they base off of the same story, kind of, but they have their own different version. Like in the Islamic one, they like, what is it, Abraham that they were like, I think that was the main one or whatever.
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying I know, because I don't know.
Right.
But I think I know what, like something like that, and they basically base off the same thing. Now, if we're talking about the sun gods and all that shit, I don't know. I mean, I don't believe in it, but whoever does, like whatever, like it's your, that's what
right.
you do you, man.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, it's just, I believe in God. I believe there's, obviously, a lot of people believe there is a higher power.
Yeah.
However, I've never experienced God. I mean, I've experienced God in certain ways, I guess you can say, like, oh yeah, this is God.
When I was younger, I thought I did too.
Right.
I don't know if it was.
In a way, like, now that I'm viewing it, it's like, okay, he helped me, because I had nobody while I was in Austin. I mean, I had family from, you know, my partner at the time or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I had her family and stuff like that, but other than that, that was really it. I never had friends and stuff like that, because I never really wanted anybody to be close to me, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
It's like, in a way, it was like I want somebody just an arm's length away. Like I can see you and like I'm good. Like I don't want you to actually experience me, I guess you can say. Like I don't want you to get close to me.
You don't want someone to know you?
Yeah, in a way.
To get to know you?
Yeah. It's like, because it feels like, dang, this went on a whole different topic actually, but
that's what a podcast is for.
I guess that is true. But see, now I forgot what I was saying, but like it's weird how not experiencing God like I haven't experienced him yet or whatever, and I'm actually running towards to actually understand the mindset behind God, in a way, I guess you can say. It's I'm not saying like I'm gonna be a god or anything like that. No, no. That's crazy.
That'd be pretty hard to do.
But no, 100%. And it's just like I'm trying to understand how did they live their lives? You know what I'm saying? Or like God, I mean, yeah, he created everything, and then, but like at the same time, it's like in the Bible it says that Jesus was God in human form. So how did he live while he was going through it? You know what I'm saying?
Jesus was God, but depending on the religion.
That is true. And in Christianity, anyway.
Yeah, in Christianity, wasn't it like Jesus was his son?
Yeah, Jesus was his son. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
But
right?
this is my controversy.
Uh-huh.
Aren't they all the same person? Like how you said.
Yeah,
God?
100%.
So if they're the same person, then why do they say it in the third person? Like, you know, like Jesus, his son, but he's the same thing.
Well, that's the thing is like I can't give you a for sure answer, but the way I view it is, it was God experiencing, you know, what humanity is really like and how the struggles in it, because God is perfect in every direction. I'm not gonna say that, and that's how I view it anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying that anybody else will view it in that sort of way, but
no, everyone has their own opinion.
Right, and they can always say like, oh, well, this is bad things happen to me. Yeah, bad things happen to everybody. Like, it's a part of life. It's a part of being a human being.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's in the thing, like being, like human being. It's why it's connected with it. Like you're being a human.
Yeah.
You're not really a human. You're a soul. So it's like you're experiencing what like this right now. Like you're experiencing what being a human is like, but you're really not from Earth, I guess you can say. It's kind of weird to put it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely, that's how I view it anyways. I could be totally wrong. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm reading the Bible. I'm still listening to sermons and stuff like that, trying to understand it. So who knows?
Yeah, and a lot of people will say different. Like, there's a lot of people that would say, like how you just said, like, that God isn't real because he didn't save my mom or my dad or my grandpa, my brother and sister. Those personal stories that you've heard, like, some people just hate God after that, you know?
No, yeah, 100%.
And, I mean, personally to me, I wouldn't hate him because, whoever's up there, or, like, if you believe in it or not, like, I wouldn't, but in my case, I wouldn't really hate him because, there's a plan, and, like, I see it as a plan and everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Things happen for a reason.
Right, 100%. And that's how I view things too, is like, with my mom passing away and me losing everything, I definitely saw that. I mean, at the time I was in a lot of pain. I was going through it, bro, but like, at the same time, it's like now that I am looking back at it, and I'm like, I'm so glad that I was able to experience it. Obviously I'm not glad that my mom passed away or that I lost everything, but I'm glad that I had to go through that to actually work on myself to be the best version of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm using all that pain to be who I want to be, or who I want to to become who I want to become, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
In a way. You know what I'm trying to say, though,
you're
right?
redirecting all this into something you want to be.
Right. That, or you could just say, like, using all this bad stuff, changing it into good, or making a positive outcome from the negative stuff. I guess I don't know how to put it, but like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say, man.
So it's like, it's kind of crazy because, like how you said it, viewing it from like everything's for a purpose, or like everything's for a reason.
I mean, yeah, I think that way. I mean, I think everything happens for a certain reason, like,
right.
And whether it does or doesn't, I mean, you'll never know.
Right. No, 100%. And this is why I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm even trying to like understand where psychedelics play into religion and stuff like that, because
did they use psychedelics in religion?
I don't know about in the Bible. Like, I'm not 100% sure in the Bible, but I know in like ancient, like for like Indians,
tribes,
like Native Americans and stuff like that. They all even.
They smoked weed. They did shrooms.
Exactly, like they had ceremonies for stuff like that.
They probably did a little bit of heroin.
I don't know, but I mean, there's a good possibility. You never know.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not a very funny joke. I'm sorry, but no, you're right. Yeah.
They used to do like ceremonies and stuff like that, and so that way, like if a man was coming into age or whatever.
No,
they would have to do stuff like that in order to experience
There's some worse ones, bro. That was the easy one.
No, 100%. I don't.
They'd rip their nipples off and shit.
See, that's the thing is, I'm glad I didn't have to go through that, but like, it's wild, my God.
Bro, they'd cut like holes in their ears and put certain things in them. Like it was like they would mark them, like cut them through and everything, and paint them. Like, like they. Props to them, but pain. That is pain.
But yeah, I mean, but in a way, what if they viewed that as like, oh yeah, I'm a man? If they use that pain or whatever to be like, oh yeah, this is me becoming a man. Yeah, or they can use it for like, for an example is like with life or whatever. Like, I had to go through this to become who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, yeah.
What if they view it that way, but for us it's like they was just over here cutting them, like they were cutting each other, bro.
For us,
like
these motherfuckers just slicing
that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
You never know.
For them, they have their own point of view. How you said it, they saw it as becoming someone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, becoming a man, becoming whatever they were thinking.
Right.
That's a pretty good point of view.
I feel like that's definitely how we are now, or the way I'm viewing it anyways, is like, I'm coming from a guy's perspective. I don't know anything about, with the female's perspective or with a woman's perspective, but whenever it comes to pain or whatever, like, you experience it either at an early age, like, you're gonna experience pain no matter what,
regardless.
Yeah, like, unfortunately that's how it is, that's how it's gonna be. But at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do with that pain to either make yourself better or help someone else out? You know what I'm saying? Because like, in a way, I had to go through all that pain, but I'm able to help somebody that is experiencing that pain for the first time, kind of show them, like
help them get through it.
Right, and like, here's the right way to go versus like, instead of, I don't mean to throw shade or anything like that, but like, for someone to go drinking and partying and just constantly just, wanting to be out and stuff like that. But this guy, but instead of doing that, switching it over to actually working from within. You know what I'm saying? Like, working on the pain.
You have a lot of points. Yep.
Working on the pain from like within, like, you're actually healing yourself,
fixing yourself.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
In a way, it's a struggle, bro. Don't get me wrong. It is a very painful process. Like, this was the first time I ever cried, and when was it? I don't know how long it's been since I cried, but it's been a while, and it was in therapy. Like, shit. I was in therapy, and like, I was able to open up and stuff like that. I was like, I'm glad I was able to open up, but at the same time, it's like, I feel really terrible right now that I just cried in front of a therapist.
Like, you felt bad?
Yeah, and it's weird. It's because, I guess, because of the whole programming or whatever. Whenever I was younger, like, you need to be a man, you can't show your emotions and stuff like that. I don't know what it's like. I mean, I don't know what being a man is like. I don't know how it was back in the day. Because, like,
yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was way worse.
Right. It's like, it's different compared to the time now. Yeah, like, it's everything's different. And it feels like we're going into where we have to be, like, balanced between being okay with showing emotion and
still being a man.
Yeah, and still doing, and
busting our asses.
Right.
And shit.
And it just depends on how you do it, I guess. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm still learning myself, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I'm not in no relationship or anything like that, is because I'm not ready for it, if I'm being 100% honest with you, because I'm still working on becoming who I want to be first.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, it's like, that's how you have to view it. It's like, it's just going to be you in the grave, bro. Like, you're going to be the only one in the casket or whatever.
At the end of the day, you
it's like, it's you. Like, it's just you and yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I mean, it's very...
it's very straightforward how you're putting it. It's dull and straightforward. Dull meaning not as in like a stupid way. No, it's dull as in saying, like,
it's just how it is.
Truth. It's the truth.
It is how it is.
Yeah, we're all gonna end up in just a grave in a box.
100%. And I mean, if you want to get,
some of us burnt, but
right, but like either way, you're still. It's just you.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, you get a point.
And another thing is like, people view things in different ways. Like, that's what I love about people too, is like, everybody has different viewpoints. And at the same time with me, it's like, I used to judge people a lot depending on how they view things, just because I was always being judged on how I was viewing things. So I was like, okay, well, I picked this up, I'm gonna start doing it. And it's like, we all pick up from everybody else.
So you kind of like pick up the habit, or
it's like,
well,
that's the thing, is everybody does it. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone, yeah. If they
because if they experience something negative in a way, like, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that, but they end up doing it.
and then
not
you just
knowing
keep doing it.
yeah, and especially if you're doing it, if that's all going down at such a young age, from like 1 to 7 years old, that's whenever you learn the most. So if
Pretty much.
you're experiencing that at that age, you're just gonna carry that with you your entire life until you fix it, until you decide to change and stuff like that. That's what's crazy.
It's gonna be a one take.
Yeah,
That was a
basically.
one take we had right there. All right, now we're back into it. And intermission, we're gonna take this time to bring in our sponsor, Manscaped. Go check it out. The 4.0 lawnmower. Code BEERSHFT at checkout. BEERSHFT. The 4.0 lawnmower actually does work. I tried it personally, and I will tell you, not down there, but it should. It shaved my whole beard off too. You know.
That's cap. Don't be lying.
Okay, it wasn't in that order. I shaved my beard and then down there. Okay.
Attaboy.
And it works for your ass too.
This guy. Yo, that's crazy.
This
Man.
It's just a joke, but besides that, go check out the 4.0 lawnmower at manscaped.com. Make sure to use code BEERSHFT at checkout to get 20% off. You also get a free little bag and some underwears. So, I mean, might as well take advantage of it. So, code BEERSHFT, BEERSHFT. And back to the video. So man. So, what were you talking about?
We were talking about inner healing.
Inner healing.
Like working with your inner self, I guess you
I
could
feel like
say.
I need a lot of that right now.
Same. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, I guess you can say. I guess you can say. It's what I'm doing, really, is definitely trying to work on myself, to find my inner peace. Not have to worry if I'm going to be alone or whatever, you know? Like, I'm fine with that.
If you find inner peace, I mean, I think whether you're alone or not, you'd still be okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you'll be fine. Like,
you'd be like a fucking monk. Like,
heck yeah, dude. Maybe I'm supposed to be a monk. I don't even know.
A pastor.
Imagine me being a pastor, bro. That would be wild.
No, not a pastor. A priest. A priest.
A
They
priest.
can't have sex. They have to
No,
be
I
single.
I need a girl, bro. I'm not gonna cap. I do miss having sex, but like, oh man. But I ain't gonna just go out and give it to anybody, though. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because
respect yourself, King.
Exactly. Even though, way before I never did. It's like I said, man. I'm working on myself.
He said, next in line. Ding, ding, ding.
This guy.
Next. Yeah, no. Besides, no, it's a joke.
I was terrible back then, though. I'm not gonna cap. I really was. I feel bad. That's another thing I'm working on with inner healing and stuff like that. Is forgiving myself for all that. Oh, dude, it is so difficult.
Honestly, I guess I got a different mindset. For me,
Mm-hmm.
you just forget about it.
Well, see, that's the thing.
It's easier said than done.
Right.
But for me, in my the way I see things is like with the breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is an example. With the breakup, I take 1 or 2 days, like let out everything I got, then I'm done. I'm ready.
Well, depends on how long it was.
Then start. Yes.
That is
you got a
another
point.
thing, too.
I have not been in the right now. I'm in the longest relationship. I'm almost to a year.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different. It's different,
But-
for sure.
Honestly, but like for me, I guess for me, I mean, I really love this. I love my girlfriend, but if it were to come to a day where she doesn't feel good with me, I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Mhm.
I'd be happy for her,
Right.
whatever she does, but I wouldn't really break down as much as I think I would. Like, I already know myself now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be okay with it.
Right.
But maybe I shouldn't be saying this.
Next thing you know what happens, bro. That sucks.
No. But I mean,
Knock on wood.
actual one.
Nah, but like it's true. It all depends on how long things have been, for sure.
Yeah.
It's also how you view things. Like for me, I mean, the longest relationship I've been in was 3 years,
Oof.
and that is for me it feels very long, but for
I'm surprised you didn't propose the second year.
this guy.
Shit.
No, I'm not gonna put that out there, but I did want to. I wanted to, but yeah, it just didn't work out that way. So I mean, like, I'm glad it didn't work out that way because
What if things would have?
yeah, I don't think
Would've
things
been worse.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not gonna say that they, things.
No, there would have been.
I mean, it could have happened either way. Like, it still would have.
It would have affected y'all.
It would have affected us, yes, but like at the same time, it was like I definitely believe I would have settled instead of actually going for my dreams and pursuing them like I am now. I definitely settled when I was with my ex.
So, dividing from that topic, but jumping into a subtopic of what you just said, that might confuse y'all. But so jumping off of that into a little topic. So, do you think it's easier to chase your goals with someone or without someone?
Yeah, it just depends on how you feel, I guess. It depends on the person too.
Depends on the person, that if they support you. Or
Yeah, if they really support you, like if they're gonna be with you at all times. Don't get me wrong, my ex was with me at all times. She was like, I believe in you. The only thing is I didn't believe in myself.
That was the problem.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm actually going inside or going within and actually working on
what you need to fix.
Exactly. Because don't get me wrong, I had a lot of beautiful relationships over the years. Yeah, they may have sucked at times, but like I mean, like, of course, relationships aren't the best. I mean, they can be all the time. It just depends on how much you're working at it. Because that's all it is, bro. Like, I feel like it's work. I mean, it's kind of very bad to say, but like,
you're not wrong. I won't lie.
It's like
I agree.
Because you're not always gonna love this person. Like, you have to find reasons to do it, or you have to experience. Not experience other people. I would, unless you're into like open relationship and stuff like that. But it just depends. It just depends on how you view it or whatever. But it's like to experience life together, and if you're willing to experience life together, it can be a very beautiful thing. Like, it just depends on how you do it and who you do it with, and if they want to work with you at it too. So it's like it just depends on the people, I guess.
Shit, my grandparents 40 something years together. I'm like, god damn. I asked my grandpa, I was like, how you do it? he was like a lot of fights.
No, yeah, that is another thing, dude, is you have to know how to fight. Now, I'm not saying like obviously throwing hands or whatever. Like, shut up. This, man. If you were to do that, man, you gotta always perfect the pimp backhand, bro. Like, I mean, I tell you what, that stuff always works. I've never hit a girl. I've never hit a female. Just saying that out there. I've never hit a girl, other than my little sister, but it was just messing around. So, yeah.
Perfect the pimp backhand. If you have the ring on too.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, mark.
I met a pimp, bro.
Really?
I played basketball with the pimp while I lived in Dallas one time.
No way.
On everything, man.
You met a pimp.
I met him, yeah. I was like, because this girl came up to him, like, she was decent. I'm not going to say she was good looking or whatever, but she came up, gave this dude money, and she was like, okay, here you go. Or he was like, here you go. It's like, this is your salary or whatever. Like, basically just paying her and stuff like that. I was like,
sex work in Dallas?
I mean, it's everywhere though, is what I'm saying. Like, you never know. But like,
exposing people.
No, I don't know the dude's name or whatever. I don't know the female's name or anything like that. But if it works out for them, then hey, it works. But I guess it's how they view
that
things.
Was their goal in life. Well, fuck it, they made it.
That's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes people fall into bad situations though.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. Yeah.
The only thing
they don't know how else to deal with it.
Exactly, and that's the thing, is nobody wants to go work on themselves.
Bro, you're talking about 99% of the population.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, dude.
That 1% is all the billionaires.
Exactly, my guy. Like, I've actually been studying billionaires and how they view things in like multi-million-dollar
they got
companies.
strict ass routines.
Yeah, dude. Like,
that's why most of them are single.
You're not wrong, but I mean,
I'm getting somewhere. Yeah.
No, 100%. I mean, I agree that being single and focusing on perfecting your craft is definitely a good thing while you're young.
Yeah.
And if you don't want a family, and you don't,
you'll be. I mean, it's in my head. I feel like if you have like, just like you're saying, like if you have that person that's supporting you, you have to have that person that supports you in everything you do. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it's bad, they'll tell you it's bad.
Right.
If it's good, they're gonna keep pushing you.
No, 100%.
It's like her. She tells me, "Hey, did you do the video yet?" And I'm like.
But she's pushing you to do something though. Is what I'm saying.
She's like, you're never gonna do it if you don't actually try to do it. And
right.
I was like, you got a point.
Exactly.
And I was like, you're not wrong. And like I never knew that like I would get someone that would fucking push me to do these like videos. Like,
right.
Like someone that would agree with what I'm. I mean, maybe she doesn't agree 100% on what I do sometimes, but video wise, she's like. She's like, hey, did you do it yet? And I'm like, no. but then I'm over here working over here at my like it's hard to do when you're constantly focused on paying like certain things. Like I gotta pay my car.
100%. I gotta like it's like you were saying, like it's very difficult to actually
like get your
stuff together
when you're paying bills.
Yeah, 100%, and like actually go towards your future. That's the thing is like
I was gonna pull a loan.
No, yeah, like it's definitely how. Well, it just depends on how you use the loan. Like, what are you gonna?
I was gonna use it for bills and paying the loan itself while working on these.
You could do that.
I was gonna knock out a shitload of videos.
See, the thing that I've been learning or whatever from studying entrepreneurs and like multi-million-dollar people.
You gotta take that leap.
Is 100%, and but right now I'm in the process of before I launch, I guess you could say. Like I'm getting ready for it. I'm just learning as much as I can while I'm here before I take off, and like I'm like, okay, this is what I want. Obviously, I don't know what I want to do. I'm still learning. I'm still young, dude. Like I'm only 22. I'm still trying to figure things out myself. And obviously, even older people are like, I don't even know what.
They still want to do.
Yeah, like it's just.
That's what's. I mean,
I know what I want to do. I know I want to become a philanthropist for sure, to be able to help other people out. That's all I want to do is help others out at a global scale. Oh crap! At a global scale.
Yeah.
In a way, but at the same time, I don't know how
to get there.
Exactly, and that's why I'm studying and I'm learning as much as I can, and I'm also trusting God, man. Like that's another thing too. Is like I'm trying my best to trust God and just be like, take whatever you want to do. Like if you want me to go do something, like hey, I'm cool with it, as long as I can help somebody and have them help other people along the way. I'm fine. It's like a pass it on type of thing, I guess you can say.
Like once you get there, like I can help someone else do it.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Like with me healing with loss or whatever, I had a friend. I think they lost a friend, or like a friend lost family or whatever. Like I've always been the type of person like everybody comes to ask, you know, like just to talk to vent or whatever, and like ask questions. And I'm like, dude, I don't even like. I mean, I could give them an answer like a to where it's like, well, what's the best thing I can say right now or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I would do in this situation or whatever.
Like in your head, you're like, I mean, what, like, trying to figure it out, right?
And it's like, okay, well, what sounds good? That's another thing too. Is like if it sounds good and you're just telling them, not knowing their situation, not exactly experiencing their situation, then basically there's nothing you should say. Like this is another thing, is like people have to go through it in order for them to understand, like, oh, okay, I see why this happened, or I see why things aren't going the way they're supposed to, or the way I want them to be going.
So you're saying that I'm gonna be a devil's advocate again,
okay?
Because I need a
100%
a response from this one. So what you're saying is people shouldn't really give it advice on things they don't know about.
Exactly.
I mean, no, you have a point. You have a good point, because like they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to like deal with it. Then why they? I mean, the good thing is they're trying to help. Is my point.
100%. Like don't.
But don't give advice that you think is good. give it advice that you think you know.
Right.
Like you know from yourself, like how you would, like, this is another way to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way you would deal with it
is
like,
different.
Yeah, it's very different compared to that person.
Right. Because you're not experiencing it. Is what I'm saying. It's like, another thing is like, people also ask for advice and they're basically asking permission or whatever in a way, I guess you can say,
to get an idea of what to do.
Well, it's like they know what they need to do, but they just want somebody else to tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is
and
like,
then everyone tells them something different.
Exactly. And it's like, well, what do I do? And it just makes you confused. So that's the whole thing of working on yourself and working within yourself.
Finding your inner peace.
Well, yeah, 100%. It's like you have to find, or not find it, but you have to be able to be okay with it. And like, another thing is like, you're gonna make terrible decisions your entire life.
Very, very bad
decisions. But at the same time, it's like, you shouldn't regret those decisions. Like,
anything that you do.
Exactly. Like with my, like I said, I don't know how to put, other than relationships or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, the relationships, I don't regret none of the relationships. I regret not knowing about being a good boyfriend, or not knowing about the whole dating thing, and just like not actually allowing someone to love me,
and just jumping in
just to get whatever I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how it works, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, is like, I'm viewing now, and like, I'm actually glad that I'm viewing things like this now. And like, if it wasn't for God and like actually trying to like learn about myself through him and like understand his teachings, like, dude, I would have never opened up to a lot of people. Like, I mean, I'm opening up to a lot of people now, and I'm able to help them. Like, I've helped a couple of kids at youth or whatever that I've was able to talk to, and that came to me personally. It was like, how, like, I've told them I was angry. Like, I used to be angry all the time. Like, I was always mad, whatever. I never showed it because I'm always to myself, and I don't want people around me, because that's how I mean, I've always been. Or that's always how I always feel too. Yeah. So it's like, that's another thing too, is like,
when you were younger, I would see it, but you never really let it out on anyone. It was just like 100%. To yourself. You'd just close in.
Because in the end of the day, it's like,
it's between you and yourself.
Exactly. And I'm like,
it's surprising that you learned that real young.
Yeah, and like, I've known this. Like, this is another thing too, is like, I never felt loved from my family. I mean, yes, I knew they loved me, but the way they showed their love and the way they showed their appreciation, it wasn't what I needed.
Yeah. So
it's like, they can't, and that's another thing too. So I was seeking all of that in relationships or whatever. I was seeking that love that I thought I wanted, or whatever, or like, I was seeking the love that my parents were giving me, but it's not what I really wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved the relationship. Like, my ex, bro, I would 100% say she's the best girlfriend I ever had. Like, 100%. And if you want to leave that on, that's cool with me. Like, I do not agree, or like, I don't disagree with it. But
I was gonna ask.
No, you're good. Leave it on, bro. Like, I love it.
Did you want to keep that?
Yeah.
On? Okay.
And like I was saying, like, she was the best thing that ever happened to me. She was the best dealing with me actually trying to discover myself and trying to understand who I wanted to be. But at the same time, it's like, she was also going through stuff, and like, the best way I can do is just kind of help her, and like, I focused on helping her more than I did myself.
You think that's what kind of screwed you over a little bit?
In a way. I'm not saying like
not like it just fucking like, fuck, my ears are gone, I can't hear what I'm saying, fuck me. That'll be a good segment in this shit. This shit show.
But like,
I can hear myself now.
But
fuck me.
This guy.
God damn it, bro. It sounds all different now.
No, you're good. But like I was saying, it's like, if I would have known not if I would have known what I know now, but if I would have known like what I truly want in a relationship.
You think things would have been different?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's a good possibility that I probably never would have dated her. I don't know that. I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because it happened the way it happened, and it needed to happen the way it happened.
Yeah.
In order for me to actually go within and work on myself and become the best version of myself. Because I can preach that to anybody all day, like, you need to become the best version, you need to be unlimited or stuff like that. But if I'm not doing it myself, then how can everybody take it? Yeah. And another thing is people actually feel that they can feel like, oh, he's lying about it.
Bullshitting.
Yeah, basically he's like, oh yeah, he's all talk and no work.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is I used to talk a lot, bro. Like, I mean, I used to talk a really big game. Like, I was really good at that. And because it's lying. It's like I'm lying to people, but like I'm trying to lie to myself. Like,
you're like half lying.
Exactly. It's like I'm telling the truth, but I'm also lying.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to know, like, yeah, I don't even know what I want to do, bro. Like, I'm still struggling.
No, I mean, now, like, ever since, I mean, I was shy back then.
Mm-hmm.
People would pull me in to talk, like, try to get me to talk most of the time, but
Right.
growing up now, like, I see things like as they are. Like, I tell the truth.
Oh,
like,
100%.
I'm like, I guess this is coming out here. I know I have a problem. I know I have certain issues I need to deal with, and I explain them. Like they tell me, like, why aren't you fixing it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well,
Yeah, because we actually talked about this over the phone one time.
yeah, because I can't. I mean, I don't know how to.
Right. And like, I just do what I usually tell you. Is like, one thing I first started doing was journaling.
I can't get into. I don't like writing.
No, I mean, I don't either. I'm dyslexic. I mean, not that has anything to do with it, but like,
the words start moving. And
exactly.
Shit.
Like, it's so difficult, but it's you telling your story. You know what I'm saying?
I guess no.
In a way, it's you telling your story, bro.
Oh shit! I'm starting to realize some shit now.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
this is my way of telling my story.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
what I'm
shit.
saying, bro. Like, that's the thing is, like, you gotta work within is actually come in and, like, okay. Like, if you were to see my journal, bro, you'll see how crazy my head can be at times and how wild my thoughts get, and it's like, it's crazy.
Bro, my girl she has a journal too.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah,
it
I mean,
helps to know that's another thing.
Because she went through before me. She went through the way worse breakup, and she told me about it, and I was like, "Damn, how do you deal with it?" And she showed me, like, she was like this, and then she wrote in her journal and all that. She still does sometimes, but
that's a good thing. I mean, I brought mine with me today, because I'm gonna go do it later on at the beach or whatever, and definitely be able to journal while I'm here at home, basically. And in a way, it's like, it helps you also release what you have been holding in. And that's another thing too, is like working, like whenever you're starting to work in, or like work from within and do the work like within yourself or whatever, you tend to see it in a different light. Because like right now, I'm definitely trying to heal my inner child. Like, I'm trying to be that
like
dad.
last time,
I'm trying to be that dad that I never had.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my dad did his best from what he knew, but at the same time, he also didn't heal himself. Like, even now, whenever I had talked to him or whatever, he still hasn't healed from the past. And that's the thing, is I don't want to be stuck in that. I mean, I can learn from the past and understand it. Like, that's the reason why I'm so passionate about working on myself now, is because back then I would have just went straight to what I used to do, just smoke, party, just have sex with random females like I didn't even know and that I wouldn't care about or whatever, just to get a little,
a feeling of
like I'm not by myself,
like being wanted
in a way.
like,
It's like, it's not wanting to be alone.
Being wanted.
And that's another thing too, is my stepdad even told me, he's like, yeah, I'm
codependency.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, that's how I was with my ex too.
You're codependent?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like,
shit.
I mean, now that I look at it,
I told you a lot of shit about that on the phone. I remember.
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely very codependent on her because she was actually allowing me to feel my inner child, and that's why I say she was the best girlfriend that I ever had, was because she actually she
let you be you.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
accepted you.
Yeah, and that's what made me, that's another reason why it hurt so bad whenever I lost it. I was like, dang, this sucks, because now I don't know how to express that without it having to be in a relationship, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, now, or the way I'm viewing it now is like, okay, I can still show who I am and also be, you know, who I want to become.
I think a part of that, like, that plays in is confidence, you know?
100%.
Very big part.
Very big part. And like I
let
was
yourself out.
Yeah, and like actually become the best version of yourself or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it just depends on how you want to view yourself and stuff like that too.
Ah, shit, I hate your glasses. I feel like I broke them again.
No, you're good. Those things are already broken. Those things have been broken for a while. I need to get some new ones if I'm being honest with you.
I feel like I broke them.
Nah,
my bad.
You're good. You're good.
Alright. So confidence. Was it confidence, right?
First? Yeah, we left off on confidence.
Alright, man. So confidence in yourself. How do you think, like, I feel like people find different ways to find confidence in themselves.
100%.
Like, how would you approach that? Like, how would you, like, I mean, you're still trying to figure it out right
yeah,
now.
I am.
Or do you think you've got, like, you're confident enough?
I mean, I've always been confident, but at the same time, it's like, it's not as confident as I want to be. Like it's more cocky than it is confident, if I'm being honest with you.
Half-ass confident, really?
In a way, yeah. Like, it was like I said, I can talk a really good game, but if I'm not doing it myself, then there's really nothing behind it. I mean, I am
cocky,
now.
So cocky.
Yeah, in a way. I am now, though, so I'm working on that. That's definitely a good thing that I'm actually trying to work on that.
But, like, confident on, like, the subject of confident being, like, opening up.
Oh, yeah. Opening up, being more confident in telling your story and allowing people.
And being yourself.
Right, and allowing people to actually experience you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in a way, it's like, yeah, you want to be able to allow someone to have that opportunity to be like, this person is a really good person. Not just in confidence in relationships and stuff like that. It's always good to be confident in relationships. And unfortunately, I was confident in the relationship, but not as confident as I should have been, or as I wish I was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you, man.
So it just depends on how you want to work on it, and how you can work on it, or what you want to be confident for, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really another thing it depends on.
I mean, the way I got my confidence, it was actually in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was always the shy person in school. Like, unless I didn't know them, like, if I didn't know them, I was just quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Until the fucking junior year, something just happened. Like, I started losing weight. Everything, like, came at me at once.
Mm-hmm.
I just fucking full blown, like, let the fuck out.
Right.
Like, everyone was so fucking confused whenever I did. They were all telling me, like, hey, or like are you good? And I was like, fuck yeah. What do you mean if I'm fucking good?
Right.
And I said it like that exactly.
Right. And exactly, that's true. It's like, it's the matter of, am I good no matter what circumstance or what's going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it may be like getting rejected. I know a lot of people deal getting rejected in a very bad way. But if you're
bad
able
ways?
yeah, 100%. And
no,
like,
it was more subtle for me.
well, I'm just saying, like, different people is what I'm trying to say. It's like, because this is how I was whenever I was younger or whatever. Now I don't really care. I could care less if I'm rejected or whatever.
Yeah.
But back then it was like, man, quit playing. I would start talking trash or whatever. I'm like, man, basically, bro, I was like, man, I can't believe I'm over here talking this stuff. Like, really, in a way, now I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I ain't even tripping. It's like, if you wanna be with me, hey, that's cool. If you don't, just keep on going. Like, and another thing is, if I want to be with you, then yeah, I'll definitely show that I want to be with you. Yeah, but if I don't, then I really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And like, and that's another thing too. Is like, I never showed. I mean, I showed the way I was confident, or not confident, but like I showed that I wanted somebody in a relationship while we were together. I mean, it may not be in like financial all the time, because I was pretty broke. I hate to say it, but that's just me being honest. Like I was broke. I'm getting better at it now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely have a lot more money than I used to. That's for sure. And I'm also still learning on how to double that and like triple it and be able to, gain more money through it. So it's like
have a better life too.
Yeah,
at the same
basically,
time.
100%. And another thing is, I feel like confidence is also accepting yourself.
Very much.
Accepting yourself for
Accepting who you are.
Yeah, and this is the thing is you have to accept both the good side and the bad side. And the thing is like the way I'm viewing it, or whatever, is like, or the way I'm trying to learn, or I'm not trying, but I'm learning, is it's okay for me to be upset, but don't let it ruin my life. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, don't
It's
ruin,
like I can
don't
accept,
mess it up.
right? And like I can accept that I am a very, broken person. I hate to say it, but like it's true. I was a very broken person since I was a kid, and nobody really knew that. And I tried my best not to show it. And like if you're around me and like we grew up together, so in a way it's like I always had to have somebody smiling, or I was always smiling no matter what I was going through.
Yeah, you did.
But deep down inside, dude,
You were hurting.
so much. I still am in a lot of pain, but I know how to hide it now than I did back then. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just like, yeah, I'm good, but at the same time, it's like I can tell you I'm good, but deep down inside, I'm like, dude, I do not want to be here right now. Like I'm just hurting right now. I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself. No one's around me. Focus on what I want to focus on, and not care about anybody. But at the same time, it's like that's the thing. It's like it's a battle between
Yourself.
the good stuff. Yeah, that's all it is.
The good and the bad.
Yeah, I mean another thing is people like to compare themselves to other people and stuff
That's
like
what
that.
I don't get.
Yeah, and it's like you're your own person, bro.
Like, yeah, he's doing good for himself. Then fucking leave him alone. Like,
Right, just like-
I mean, it could be like that, or congratulate him.
Exactly.
It might pick him up more, you know.
Right, and like another thing is he can also help you out too. Like, he'd be like,
Exactly.
well, thank you, I appreciate you telling me that. Here's how you can do something to get where you want to get to.
And a lot of people don't really. I mean, some people don't take it like that. Some people just like, oh, he's like doing something like, oh, he's broken. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
depending on the situation,
No,
who
yeah.
we're talking about. Like,
Right, and
like-
then another thing is like everybody's broken, everybody's hurt because they're telling themselves a story that is either not good or not the way they want it to be. It's always involved in your past. The way I have been noticing this is that I used to tell this. I mean, I still do every now and then. It's like I used to tell the story that I was a terrible person growing up, which I was. Don't get me wrong. Like I did a lot of terrible things.
Shit, I mean,
But
well, I have a different story.
right, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
I also was going through a lot
Yeah.
at that time period, and then the saying, "hurt people hurt people,"
Mm-hmm.
is so true. Like it is straight truth. Like that's how it is.
Like how bullies hurt people. Like,
Yeah, because
it's
they're hurting
hurt.
themselves.
Yeah.
That's another thing too, and that's the reason why I did so many stupid stuff, was because I wanted somebody to be like, "Are you okay?" And I never got that, and that's why I was like, well, okay, I gotta be this, cocky, jock or whatever, trying not to act like I got everything figured out and be like, yeah, I'm the best of the best or whatever, because I had no one to help me like what I needed help with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like I needed to accept myself for who I am while I was hurting. And like I wish I could tell the people I hurt while I was hurting, sorry, but unfortunately I can't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you can, but like
at the end of the day, I mean, I'm pretty sure they probably realize like, oh, like, I mean, I would hope they realize.
right.
Because like if you've seen the podcast, I mean.
No, yeah, 100%. But like at the same time, it's like I want to leave a positive mark on
Instead of
people's
a
lives.
negative.
Yeah, instead of the negative marks that I've left. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I can get very emotional whenever it comes to losing something. I hate to say it, but it's true. Like I'm very emotional at sometimes.
No, me too.
And I can be very dramatic, but that's because my mom raised me, and I hate to say it, but it's true. My mom was very dramatic, and I picked up from her and my little sister. Like, I mean, they're probably the biggest dramatic people I've ever had in my life. So I mean, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. You never know. But at the same time, it's like it's like I'm trying to become the best version of myself.
Trying to become something good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the guy that I wish I had growing up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically.
The person that you wanted to be.
Just
want to be, actually.
Right.
That they wanted.
And like the dad or whatever thing. Yeah, I would love to have kids one day and be able to teach them the things that I now am learning and will know by the time I have them. But at the same time, it's like I still got to go through a lot in order for me to get there. So it's another thing too, is like I'm enjoying this journey that I'm on, dude. Like, I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, I get stuck in my head sometimes. I'm like, well, crap, how can I keep pushing myself and keep bettering myself how do I get to the person that I want to become, or that I want in my life? How do I become that superhero
that you
of my own?
Yeah,
be. Exactly, that I always wanted to be and I always wanted in my life. How do I become that for myself, but for others around me?
Yeah.
And for the world, even. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, yeah. I mean,
because I mean,
dream big, really.
Right. That's the thing. Is like you have to dream big dreams. Like, that's the whole point of you being here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I see it like that too.
It's like, and the thing is, don't get me wrong, I suck whenever it comes to wanting to follow my dreams, because I hate myself for this, but I always I'm holding myself back in a way. I mean, I'm learning and starting to pick up a lot of things, so I'm getting ready to launch, but at the same time, it's like I'm still in this processing phase or whatever. Like I'm still like
just building up.
Basically, I was like I'm getting the momentum to just fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just like, dude, it's so difficult to keep going and to keep pushing and to keep going and going and going. But at the same time, it's like I know that if I keep doing this and I don't give up and I keep going, and
it'll pay off.
It's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
That's the thing with like investments and like everything like that, is that's how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like now I'm definitely going to the process of becoming the better version of myself. Is, you know, definitely me working out, me journaling, me
bettering yourself.
Right, and actually trying to get to the best version or become that superhero that I wanted to be, or that I want to be, and that I wish I would have had in my life at such a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the way I've been doing it lately is journaling. Like I said, I hired a therapist, a life coach. I'm getting help with my finances and stuff like that. I'm learning about financing. I'm learning about money. How can I multiply it, and how can I, you know, get to where I want to get to, either with help or by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a very good support system with everybody I know around me. However, it's the matter of actually doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's actually doing the thing where I'm like, all right, bro, how can I do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a way, it's like, well, how can I do it, but like, how can I motivate myself or just be more disciplined with myself on how to do it? How would you do it if you were to, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, how would you become the best version of yourself? Or how what are some things you think you could do to become the best version of yourself?
The best version, like, for me to become the best version of yourself, the best. No, for me to become the best version of myself is to get rid of my problems, like my issues, you know? Because I know I can do it, I've seen from the little effort I've put in that it works.
Mhm.
You know, like Google.
No, yeah.
Look me up on Google.
This guy.
I'm on it. No, but the best way I see it is that you have to push. There's gonna be some times where you're struggling, some more than others, like me,
Mhm.
because I'm struggling a lot. Like I have so much trouble trying to get a video up, and a lot of people say it's just a video, but it's not just a video. It's you gotta think of a way to do it. You gotta think of a way to put it out there, have like the way you want it to come out. And if I don't like it and it doesn't come out right, then I don't want to put it out anymore.
Mhm.
I just want to just scrap it, throw it away. But I procrastinate a lot. I got a lot of issues like procrastination, that's for sure. So the best version to become yourself is find confidence first.
Mhm.
And then after confidence, get like what's it called? Like a routine.
Oh yeah, and like that's definitely true. It's like you always want a routine on how you can get there, you know what I'm saying? Definitely want a routine in the morning, in the afternoon. You want to basically plan your entire day a day before, or like the
Constantly,
night before.
actually.
No, yeah, and that's the thing is like that's what I've been studying with, you know, billionaires and like
That's why there's the top 1%.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like 99% of the people, including myself, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to break out of that, is definitely trying to get to that mentality where it's like I'm gonna stay strict on what I do, where I spend most of my time at, and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say we have 24 hours in a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So most people have a 9 to 5. So it's like what? 10, 11, 12,
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm bad at math. So that's 8 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say most people, they get home, take a shower, eat. That's another, what, 2 3 hours?
Yeah, we'll say 2 hours.
2 hours, all right. That's 10 hours already out of your day. Depending on what you do,
And then you need 8 hours of sleep. That's 18.
You get 8 hours of sleep. That's 18. That's 6 hours left. You got.
So
that you can work
what are you
on
gonna do
in
with
those
those 6 hours?
Most people watch TV. Most people have families too.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's
So-
that's the thing is like if you're young, and I'm saying like if I'm old or whatever, but I'm only 22. But if you really want to get to where you want to get to, you got to use that time wisely and plan it out. Sometimes you're not gonna go to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning because you're figuring out what you want to do.
Pretty much.
Or things like that. Like that's what it takes. That's what I think living is compared to existing. Existing is just a regular basic thing and whatever. Just
9 to 5, come home, eat, sleep,
Right.
and then leave, watch TV.
because that's how I
sleep.
was. This is the thing. That's how I was whenever I was in a relationship. I'm not saying that the relationship, not all relationships are like that. It's just a matter of you wanting to work on them, you know. Like I said, bro, I definitely was ready to settle down and stuff like that. At the time, I thought I was ready, but now I'm like, no, I am not ready at
You
all.
weren't.
Like I'm not even good, financially stable to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm
Steady.
definitely good. Yeah. It's like, no, like, dude, I still have a lot to go. Like, my goal for 2023 is definitely to have 100,000 a year, like to make 100,000 a
bank.
year, and be able to get that planned out. The way I'm gonna do it is definitely selling, and like I know I can sell and things like that.
That's what, like 8,330, like almost 8,000, a little bit more than 8,000 a month.
Basically. But
Right.
if you were to break that down to, if you were to break that, well, I mean taxes, it's probably gonna be a little bit more, but
So like a good fucking $9,000, $10,000
probably
a month.
more than likely 10,000. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't did the math, but like for me or whatever, it's definitely just setting goals and actually trying to achieve them. And another thing is setting goals on a daily basis. Like for me, I set a goal to work out at least an hour a day, jog for at least 30 minutes to an hour, or go and play basketball for, who knows how
Some
many
cardio,
hours. Yeah, just get a workout in. I have to read for an hour. I have to journal for at least 30 minutes. So it's like I'm setting goals. Like these are goals that I have to finish.
You're
or I have to
setting
do.
mini goals for your long term.
Yes, because and unfortunately, like that's how our minds are set. Or like kind of.
Like if I have to do this, I'll do it, and then do this.
Yeah, it's like it's.
And
like
you want everything
you
fast.
feel accomplished. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is like you feel like you accomplished it because you did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool, I did it. I'm fine, sweet. Like I got it done. I got what I needed to get done. What's the next thing on the list?
Next. Yep.
See, I never did that, and I understood it. Like I said, I understood it because I was studying millionaires and billionaires even. But it's the matter of I wasn't putting it into practice. Like I wasn't actually doing it myself for me to
get there.
Yeah.
Until you actually tried it.
Yep. And now it's starting to work out a lot more. I think I'm a lot happier compared to where I was. Don't get me wrong, I still get into those down moments or whatever because like I said, tomorrow will be a year of my mom passing.
Yeah.
And October the 16th will be a year of my mom passing, which is very difficult for me to go through, but at the same time I'm like, okay, well, how can I use this to one, glorify God for sure, but also two, to make her proud of me if she were alive. Which I'm sure she's proud of me now, but either way, to make her be like, I'm so proud of you, son, because of because of the person you become. I want to be able to, feel that with myself in a way.
Yeah.
Within myself, and that's the reason why I'm working on all working on healing my inner child and healing myself or whatever to become the best version of myself, so that way I can be like, I made you proud, and then definitely be able to tell that little kid inside of me, or like my younger self,
like we did it.
Yeah, it's like, I told you I was gonna take care of you, I got you. And that's definitely where I'm trying to get to now. And that's what I'm working on now. Is definitely going after what I want to go after, become the person that I want to become, and just all around be able to show love to people, bro. That's another thing too. And be able to allow them to show their love towards me, and actually accept it. And I feel like that'll be the best version of myself, is whenever I can accept myself for who I am, and for the things that I've done and the people I've hurt and the things that I am gonna do. If I can accept myself for what I did versus what I'm gonna do, then I'll be fine.
Then you will only be able to accept everyone else.
Right. Because
everyone else you.
Yeah. And another thing is like people reflect their feelings, what they're feeling, back on you with it
they're basically showing themselves.
Yeah.
When they reflected on you.
Yeah.
They're showing their
so like
issues.
with me hurting or whatever, and like the people I hurt, that's how I was feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's definitely how it was. And that's the thing, is like I was like, all right, cool. Like I definitely learned, like I'm learning, basically. It's like I'm learning a lot now, and like that's definitely what I'm going after, is trying to, or not trying, but becoming the best version of myself, for myself and for generations to come. Because the truth is, I already established this with myself, is I'm the one that's gonna change my family's name. I'm the one that's gonna bring what our past was and change that entire generation, or like the entire bloodline, into something else.
Into something that you want to be proud of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So that's definitely where I feel like becoming the best version of yourself plays into a part of that. Is definitely being able to be proud of yourself and accepting yourself for who you are and loving yourself for who you are, and be able to show that to others into whatever you want to do with your life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I that's just me. I don't know how other people view it, but I feel like the best way to become the best version of yourself is definitely working on your inner trauma.
I mean, basically, yeah, man. Like, it's like just fixing yourself, just
Right.
healing yourself, really.
Right. And that's the thing, is like it's definitely
A struggle.
yeah, it's a struggle, no, 100%. But
A lot of a struggle.
like I said, it's just you have to learn how to enjoy the journey.
Enjoy your life.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yes.
journey is your life.
Exactly. And what you want to do with your life is definitely the decision you have to make, but you have to make a decision either way. Because we were all put on this world or on this earth for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that to the bone. Like, that's definitely how it is. It's like we were here for a purpose. We were brought here for a purpose. Now, what is that purpose? And I feel like that's what life is about, is to definitely figure what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm still learning myself. So we'll see. Maybe next time I'm on, it'll be a different story. Like, it's just it just depends. It's you're taking it day by day and learning. If you're learning every day, you're good.
I mean, you really are. Shit. This has been an inspirational podcast today. Thank you for watching the Beerscape podcast with Tim again. And if you want to, what's your Instagram? Or something? Do you want to put anything out there? Or no?
Yeah. I mean, I'll put out my Instagram. My Instagram is capital S and then T_Timothy13 or Saint Timothy or Saint_Timothy13.
Throw a follow in.
You can always check me out. I'm private, so yeah, I'm not gonna be public because I don't really trust a lot of people. Sorry to say that, but it is what it is. But if you follow me, I'll definitely follow you back, or I'll accept your follow, and I'll follow you back if you want me to follow you back. So yeah.
Thank you for watching the Beerscape podcast. And make sure to check out manscaped.com, code BEERSHFT, BEERSHFT. Go check out the BEERSHFT. We do a lot of stupid shit on there still. I haven't posted in a while, but I have some videos out. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.